Thing Cold and Thing tells the story about a young woman played by Amanda Seyfried who sensed that her husband and her new home is hiding some secret. The house is sinister and her husband got some secret. Let's review Things Cold and Thing. What's up, HELLRAISERS? Welcome back to another movie review, and today I'll be talking about a Netflix original which just came out, I believe, last Friday. And yeah, I'm just not watching it just now. This movie right here is just one of those movies that Netflix just take elements from a book, whether it's a movie that's already made, and just like the same thing that Netflix always does. They take something that is so easy to make, it costs them less money to make, and they just throw it on Netflix and then just hope that you will like it. Unfortunately, that's not it for this movie. This movie is a 2-hour loss. That's 2-hour loss. I'm literally wasting my time watching this movie. But I have to watch this movie just to let you guys know that this movie isn't worth watching. So let's start off by saying that this movie is all about talking. There are so many moments in this movie where the characters talk, and just talk, and nothing really happens. And when finally something do happen, the editing is so horribly done, it's poorly done, to the point where nothing makes sense. There's plot holes in this movie that's just horrendous, so bad. This movie is full of a whole bunch of cliches, like things that you've seen in other movies that were done better, things that they took elements from other movies and they just put it all in this one movie, and just to try to make something sinister or try to make something creepy, but like the movie goes nowhere. This movie literally is a 2-hour waste. I mean, if you're gonna be watching this movie, you're gonna have to find yourself like really getting invested. The only good thing about this movie is Amanda Seyfried in this movie. She's good. Her performance is exactly what you want. If you've seen her in other movies like Mean Girls, you might have seen her in that movie. Her performance is the best part about this movie. I wanted more from her performance, but unfortunately, I'm trying to keep this spoiler free. I don't want to have no spoiler in this, but like I said, her performance is great. But if you think you're going to get more out of her, you might as well just unthink all that. Also, this movie has some CGI in this movie. I'm not going to say where it is, but there's CGI in this movie that I think that is poorly done, that could have used a little bit more rework. I hate CGI so much. I really do. CGI is the worst thing you could possibly use in any type of movie. This movie, in terms of like the house, let's talk about like the house, like the setting of the house. The setting of the house is great. I do like the way the house looks. It's visual. It's very nice. However, they were trying to make the house seem like it was so spiritual, or it was haunted. But nothing really happened. Nothing really happened. But like I said, this isn't a movie that you're gonna get the enjoyment out of, really. Like if you do watch this kind of movie, you might end up stopping it at like the first act of the movie. But like I said, this movie isn't gonna be for everybody. I watched this movie that way you won't have to. My HELLRAISER. I didn't find this movie creepy. It was nothing crazy about the movie. Some people might make this movie have to be something like, oh, this is a good movie, but it's really not. This movie is just poor. It's poorly done. The editing is bad. They were trying to build some tension. The tension was pretty bad. The movie is a little bit of slow bone. I do give the movie that. The movie try to be a slow bone type of movie. It worked at times, but there are so many. Let's talk about the editing for a second. The editing in this movie is like this here. I'm not going to spoil anything. The character would do one thing in the movie, and then the movie will cut away to something that has nothing to do with the main story. And they will add that on to the story a lot. but they don't go back to that plot. They start it and then they drop it. I don't like that. I don't like that. That editing right there could have used a better editor or a little bit more rework. Like if they didn't want to edit, they could at least put a few more scenes in there just to try to fill up the plot holes throughout this movie. I mean, this movie is horrible. This movie is unwatchable. I wouldn't say watch this movie. If you're gonna watch it, go into this movie knowing that it's nothing really good about this movie. I mean, I can probably give you one thing. I probably already said it, but Amanda Starfire, that's the only thing I could give you that's really good about this movie. But everything else, this movie is exactly what Netflix wanted to be. A whole bunch of BS that they stole from other movies and they just threw it all into one and just made this piece of shit that they have right here. This movie gonna have to get a D minus from me. This movie is not worth your time. So if you come across this movie on Netflix, please bypass and leave it alone. Alright, HELLRAISERS, so that's gonna pretty much wrap up this specific video. And if you guys are new around here, make sure you drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and also don't forget, all my social media link will be in the description down below or right here at the bottom of the screen. Also, don't forget, drop some comments. Let me know what you think of this review. Give me some more movie recommendation. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, keep a beautiful smile on your face. Stay positive. And I'll see you HELLRAISERS in the next video. Peace.